The night was colder than usual, the kind that seeps into your bones and makes even the strongest hesitate. Daniel tightened his worn-out jacket as he walked home after another exhausting shift. His hands were rough, his back ached, and his wallet was nearly empty, but his heart was full of one thing that kept him going every single day: his little daughter, Emma. She was waiting for him at home, probably doing her homework under the dim light, trusting that her father would always come back, no matter how hard life got. As Daniel turned the corner toward his small, rented house, he noticed something unusual. Sitting on the cold pavement near a large, well-lit mansion was a young girl. She looked out of place, her clothes were neat but dusty, her face pale, and her eyes filled with fear and confusion. She hugged her knees tightly, trying to keep herself warm. Daniel slowed down. He could have walked past. After all, he barely had enough for himself and his daughter. But something in her eyes stopped him. He approached gently. "Hey, are you okay?" he asked softly. The girl looked up, startled at first, then relieved. I don't know where to go," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I got lost, and my phone died." Daniel sighed quietly. Life had taught him that helping others often came at a cost, but it had also taught him that kindness was never wasted. He took off his own jacket and wrapped it around her shoulders. "You'll catch a cold out here," he said. "Come with me. It's not much, but it's warm." The girl hesitated for a moment, then nodded slowly. She didn't have many options. When they reached Daniel's home, Emma ran to the door. "Dad," she smiled brightly, then noticed the girl. "Who's she?" "This is a friend who needs help," Daniel replied. Emma didn't ask questions. She simply smiled and said, "Come in. We have soup." That night, the three of them sat around a small table, sharing a simple meal. The girl, who introduced herself as Lily, ate quietly at first, then slowly began to open up. She didn't share much, just that she had gotten separated from her driver earlier in the day and didn't know how to get home. Daniel didn't push. He knew what it felt like to be vulnerable. Days passed, and Lily stayed with them. Daniel reported her situation to the local authorities, but with limited information, it was taking time. Meanwhile, Lily became part of their little family. She laughed with Emma, helped with chores, and for the first time in days, she felt safe. Daniel struggled quietly. Feeding one more person wasn't easy. He worked extra hours, skipped meals, and hid his exhaustion behind a smile. But every time he saw Lily and Emma laughing together, he knew he had made the right choice. One evening, as they sat together, Lily looked at Daniel with teary eyes. "Why are you helping me?" she asked. "You don't even know me." Daniel smiled gently. "Because someone once helped me when I had nothing. And I promised myself, if I ever got the chance, I'd do the same." What Daniel didn't know was that far away, a powerful man was searching desperately for his missing daughter. A billionaire businessman, known for his influence and wealth, had mobilized teams, police, and media to find Lily. But despite all his resources, he hadn't found her, yet. Until one morning. A convoy of black cars suddenly stopped outside Daniel's modest home. Neighbors peeked through their windows as sharply dressed men stepped out. Daniel, confused, opened the door. Before he could say anything, Lily ran past him. "Dad," she cried. A tall man stepped forward, his face filled with relief and emotion as he hugged her tightly. "Lily, thank God you're safe." Daniel froze. The man looked up at him, his expression shifting from relief to curiosity. You're the one who took care of her." Daniel nodded slowly, unsure of what to say. The man stepped forward and extended his hand. "I don't know how to thank you. I've searched everywhere. You saved my daughter." Daniel shook his hand awkwardly. "I just did what anyone would do." But the man knew that wasn't true. Days later, Daniel received a visit. This time, it wasn't a search party, it was an opportunity. The billionaire had learned everything about Daniel, his struggles, his sacrifices, his honesty. He offered him a stable job, a better home, and education support for Emma. Daniel hesitated. He wasn't used to accepting help. But Lily stepped forward, smiling. "Please say yes," she said. "You helped me when you didn't have to. Let us help you now." Daniel looked at Emma, then back at Lily and her father. For the first time in years, he allowed himself to believe that maybe life was about to change. And it did. But not because of money. Because of kindness. Because one man chose to stop, to care, and to help, when it would have been easier to walk away. So if this story touched your heart, remember this: kindness always finds its way back. And sometimes, the smallest act can change everything. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful and emotional stories that remind us what truly matters in life.